Rob, why don't you update us on the battle for the quarterback position?
Right now, Mark Iddens and Cody Kemp are really rotating at number one. We're still calling Iddens number one because that's how it came into the season. Coming out of spring, he had all those reps, and so he's a little bit ahead of Cody, but Cody's getting almost an equal share of turns, and we're trying to keep it open. I mean, there's still a chance Cody could win the job, obviously, and Mark is trying to hang on to it, so we like that competition. And both of them are doing well right now, and they're both showing the experience of having been here for a whole year.
Okay, so we seem to be pretty deep in the receiver department. Who in that core is stepping up?
Well, I really like some of our new guys. They've added some depth and competition and some speed to the receiver group. Elvis Akpla looks really good after having come off his injury in the spring. Julius Lloyd is a quiet but very productive receiver. I like the way he's competing in there. It's nice to have Deshaun Thomas back. He kind of feels like a new guy since he missed last spring with his injury. And Everett Gilbert's starting to learn his way around as a freshman. But Derek Green is still there, and Mark Dessen from last year, and Rick Kaluska, and some of those guys who played a lot in the spring. So again, it's a question now, a situation now where we have 7 or 8 guys that we can look at, and that's really going to help us.
So you've got a couple of guys maybe more in that core that they're former high school quarterbacks. What skill set do they bring to that position that really helps them get good there?
Well, I think growing up in football, a lot of times the best athlete plays quarterback. He's the guy that sort of is the leader of his group and his age group, and that guy has the ball a lot and he calls plays and runs the team, and so they're out there. And so when you get to college, if he doesn't have the throwing ability to be a Division I quarterback, he's still a leader, a good player, and a guy that can understand the passing game because he was on the other end of it as a high school quarterback. And so all those things kind of dovetail into good skill set, as you call it, for receivers.
So looking at all the different units you've got out here, which unit right now is showing the most promise in stepping up and being the strongest, do you think?
I really like our 2 lines right now. The offensive line has a lot of guys back. Jeff Hansen is a fixture there. He's been there for a long time, and Mike Person started a lot, and Alex Terrian and Conrad Burbank have a lot of experience. And on the defensive side, of course, with Dane Fletcher and all the expectations we have for him, he's the leader of a good group. It includes Brad Smith and Jason Dialba, Ryan Cerise, Danny Ogden. So those 2 lines, when they get together in practices and they go against each other, they're both really tough, and it's going to make both of them even better than they are now.
Do we have an injury update?
We're still kind of waiting on a diagnosis for Arnold Briggs. He's got a knee thing going on. We're trying to find out exactly what that is. And Corey Nichols is going to miss today because of a shoulder problem. Gianni Carter, who's a freshman receiver, is going to miss today with a knee problem. Got a couple bumps and bruises on some guys that may just see limited action today. But not too bad. I mean, we put the pads on, so there's going to be some guys that are going to be banged around a little bit.